Okay, has everybody had a chance to look at their minutes?
Yep.
Any corrections or anything we need on it?
Accept them as is.
Second.
All in favor? All right. Has everybody had a chance to read the financials? Any
Yep.
corrections or you pay the bills, questions?
Pay the bill.
All in favor? All right. Chief Archer, give us your police report.
For the month of May, we had 97 contacts, 1 extra patrol, 2 complaints, 1 misdemeanor warrant, 1 felony warrant, and 3 accidents. 2 of those accidents resulted in fatalities. Egan's donated an AED for the police department. They also provided training and certification for me on it. And it's in my truck now, and that way we get a call, it's gonna be in my truck all the time. I'm in the process of filling out the hiring grant. They opened it up, and it's a pretty lengthy process, so I'm working on it. And that's all I've got.
All right. Thank you, sir. Anybody else? On our old business, Ms. Brock, you're on the line.
Yes. So, a couple months ago, I read the resolution, and I would like to just touch back on this resolution again. And after doing some thinking about it, doing some research, I'm supposed to be here listening to my council. Y'all are my council members. And do y'all still have that resolution? So, can we open the floor for discussion for that, please?
That's not the proper procedure yet, and if you will get with me tomorrow, Jared is gonna
What is
have,
the proper procedure?
if you'll get with me tomorrow, Jared is supposed to be getting us how the procedure's laid out. So,
For everybody or just Gail?
everybody,
So, was this already a procedure?
yes.
So what is the procedure, and inform me?
Everybody, he's gonna explain how we have to file a petition and go about that direction.
File a petition for
That's what I don't
resolution?
know. That's why I said if you'll ask me tomorrow, he's gonna explain it to me tomorrow. He's not here tonight. I just texted him. He's out of town.
So, then I have to have a procedure to speak with my council?
No,
Am I
speak to
understanding
them.
that? Okay, so that's what I would
That's
like to
what
just open
I
this
was
floor
trying
for
to get a
discussion.
resolution passed.
I would, right, and so I would like to open it, because I just got something that I'm tagged in, I had no idea, and you're in that group. You're
I don't
condoning, you are condoning it, Zach.
I don't even look at them.
Really? Okay. I had no idea that I have a group that hates me so much that y'all are in, every one of y'all, with the exception of you and Miss Linda. And Megan, I do, you know I congratulated you in the very beginning of you winning, but I have to say I do, with everything that I've learned about the hate group, I appreciate you.
I don't know what you're talking about, a hate group, but
That's
I
how
have
come
all
I bring
kinds
this
of groups.
resolution, and
I
If it's-
have one question for you. What is the hate group's name? Because I'm not in a hate group.
yes, you are.
No, I'm
You've
not.
even posted in it.
what's the name of it?
What's the
What's
name of
really
it?
happening in Black Rock?
I didn't know that was a hate group.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't? Oh, you didn't? Can I read you some of it then, that's about Gail Brock and GB and a business downtown? I had no idea that I was that hated.
I don't read it, so I don't know.
So I'm asking for y'all to be unbiased. That's
Okay,
all I'm
we don't have
asking.
nothing to do with it other than people add us on Facebook.
But
I
again,
join about every group that's
you
added.
are my mayor. Y'all are my council. You are supposed to be unbiased. Y'all were elected to be our voices.
Ma'am,
Our,
I can't help if someone's picking on you. I'm not here to be the principal. I'm here to be the mayor and govern the
the mayor
town.
of who? Oh, of the town. Where do I fit into that town? When do you step in and say, listen, y'all?
File a
that's
complaint with the
business."
police department.
Okay, that's what you have?
That's what I would do.
Okay, so then as a mayor, you don't feel that it's your position to say, listen, y'all, this is a community where I also pay taxes just like you do.
You want me to tell everybody to not be mean to you?
No, I want you to tell everybody that, listen, I cannot be a
How
part
do
of
you want me
something
to-
because
how do
I
you
am
want me to tell them?
unbiased.
How would you prefer me to tell
I just
everybody
said,
to be
I
nice?
just said, you are
Okay.
unbiased, you, and don't be
Everybody be nice to
affiliated
Neil.
with it. Do not be affiliated with it.
I mean,
But I mean, the stuff that I shared on there was about a missing girl, about a library stuff. It has not been no hate towards you.
Oh, yes, yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Mhm.
How is a missing girl being hated to you?
Because you've also liked some of the things that has been said, Jessica,
They get off.
and you're my
Facebook, put 'em
council
back
member.
on.
yeah, I agree. So, moving on, what is your business this evening?
I would like to discuss about how we can keep our council unbiased for all of us citizens, including all of y'all. We all are taxpayers in this county, we all deserve to be treated with fairness.
Okay?
Same.
Yeah, that goes same,
No.
because we was friends up until Megan won.
Same here.
We was friends on Facebook and we talked.
So, what is your resolution now?
It's the same resolution as I had earlier, you told me to get with my council, so I'm getting with my council. So,
There's a hierarchy, and I thought Jared
but
explained that.
Megan,
I thought so too,
but
but
Megan, no, there's not a hierarchy because they're voted officials to represent us citizens.
That's right.
So I am here to talk to my council. Megan, if I've ever done anything to offend you outside of congratulations, I want you to know I humbly apologize because I don't feel that I've ever crossed any line with you. I really don't. And I hope that you know that I mean with the sincerest heart, including all those monitors that I gave. You're the reason why, because I believe in what you do. And you know I did congratulate you. I never gave you any flack. Never.
what about the day after she won?
Mhm.
That paragraph, that story you put out, talking about, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna do this? What are you gonna do with this?
You have to give me more than this and this and this. I don't know what that is, Megan. I mean, I'm sorry, Jessica, you're gonna have to explain
It's
what it
not
was.
time or place.
Okay, so we're not gonna sit here and argue back and forth about Facebook, and we're not, I mean, continue with your resolution.
So the resolution is I am asking that if it happens to me, it's already happened to another member in this community, and that's how I just got tagged in it, and I had no idea. Because this person spoke out, not for me, because they spoke out, and now this person is also hating on them. So I am begging you.
What does that have to do with us? We don't
You
administer,
are
we
the
don't,
mayor. We are
I don't have nothing to do with
asking
Facebook.
we are asking for protection of citizens is what we're asking for, Mayor.
Then maybe a dog better start at home.
Can you report them on
What does that
Facebook?
mean? What does that mean, Darlene? What is the
How,
starting
how
line?
mean have you been to me?
I have not been mean
Oh,
to you.
yes, you
No,
have.
ma'am. No, ma'am.
So, we're not here to argue once again.
No, not professional.
Darlene,
So, what do you want us to do?
I am asking you to ask your council and to ask Darlene to be unbiased against us citizens.
Okay, everybody, please be
We deserve it.
unbiased.
Okay,
Duly noted. So that is, are we all in agreement then? Can we get an aye?
how about you unblock us so we can see
How
what
about you
you say?
unblock us?
I don't have no one
Before we
blocked.
move on with our meeting.
Yes,
Once
please,
again.
Camley. It's been over 7 minutes.
So, alright. Tomorrow I can expect a phone call, what time?
You can call me tomorrow after lunch. If
Okay.
Jared's gotten with me by then, I'll have you a procedure to go by.
And this procedure is about asking for a resolution or a process to petition.
Process to get that resolution passed.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Moving on. Miss Kathy, you're on new business.
Well, Rita's supposed to be doing this, but she's tired today.
When?
We got some things in the building that we're wondering if we could do at the museum. It pertains strictly to the building. And we need the city's approval to do any of it, or we feel like we do. But one of them is, we would like the hot water heater turned off and the gas shut off to it
Okay,
to help save on some of the utilities, because we really don't need the hot water. And we don't have no water in the kitchen sink, and some of those old women like to have coffee in the morning. So they like to have water, and we've taken the little spigot thing off of and washed it in white vinegar, and water still won't come out, so I don't know.
Which sink is that?
It's in the kitchen.
Now, we unhooked one sink, didn't we?
Well, the hot water just barely dribbled, but we're afraid to twist the knobs down there, cause we're afraid that they're kinda rusty, and when they're turned, it might. So we didn't.
We took out the sink, didn't we?
Yeah, you took out a sink, but this is the different one.
Is that the regular kitchen sink?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
regular, yeah, y'all took out the,
Stainless
yeah,
steel.
stainless steel. But anyway, we're wondering if that, and if the city boys could do that.
yeah, I'll ask William Jimmy over
Okay.
Especially on
there.
And we got a light out in the upstairs and one in the kitchen that we'll pay for the lights to get new ones if the city guys could put it on their, work list when they're caught up and everything, if they could do that.
Are these the long bulbs or?
Yeah, but we're gonna put these little ones in,
Yeah, that's what they do.
cause they're more economically,
They're energy savers?
yeah.
Okay.
So we're trying to, we're trying to make everything where we save money.
Okay.
And do we still have the canopies for over the door?
These are still in city
Yes.
shop.
We were wondering if we could have one, at least one put up where we go in and out, because everybody gets wet when it's raining. Having to,
hot, and it gets hot. It'll help from
Yeah.
the sun.
I'll have to look at the condition of them, cause they're,
yeah, I don't know what kind, they were brand new.
yeah, I'll just have to look at the condition of them and see what we can do.
Okay.
Should be fine.
Or do we need to be going to you over the building thing?
If,
No,
No,
No, it needs to go to SAC.
Well, I figured they would have to approve the building situation. And since that furnace upstairs don't work, could we get the electricity and everything shut off to it, and we can take it out if it's approved? Get it out of the,
yeah, we can get it capped off.
and
Gas
then,
line has to be capped off too.
well, what about the ceiling part? Where it goes up into the roof?
That will probably have to stay.
Probably.
Well, I mean, would it have to be capped in some way?
No, that's just a vent.
Okay.
As long as it has cover on it, it's fine.
Well, once the electricity and everything gets shut off to it, we can take it apart. Rita loves using that screwdriver, so.
Yeah, look at all the pictures she don't.
Yeah, I know, every chance she gets, she wants to use it. Gotta make sure I got it all. Oh, and I don't know if Megan might be able to help more with this. How do we need to go about getting those pictures out of the school that Mr. Wells was talking about at one of the other council meetings?
let's go.
Just let me know, I guess. If that, if you want them,
Yeah.
you're ready for them?
Yeah, we'll need some, if, he said he had a couple in his office.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll probably take them to the museum. But the composites, they were all in that one room that.
They still are.
They
Okay.
still are.
We were going to, if we could get some community service workers, we were going to move them. The Alumni Association voted to put them in the cafeteria, or in the community center. So, if we get some community service workers, we're gonna move them all up there. And we've got a place for them that don't affect nothing of the school. We're gonna put them under the stage. We've already,
Have you looked over that stage?
we've already cleared part of it out.
Okay,
We've already cleared part of it out.
okay.
But we're going to get some protecting, you know, bubble wrap or something and put in between them. But that's where we was gonna put them, and that way it wouldn't affect the school, none of the rooms would be used or, and that way the alumni association, when they get ready to put them on the wall, they can put them on the wall.
Now, since you brought that up, the cafeteria, we're probably gonna shut it down for a week. We're not gonna rent it or anything due to the fact we're gonna work on those floors.
Gotcha.
As soon as I get the, prisoners back over here.
Might be a little tougher now than it used to be.
Uh,
Might be a little tougher now than it used to be.
oh, I know.
I hadn't talked to the warden lately. But anyhow,
So we can just get with you to get
Yep,
those
if
two out of
I
this.
can unlock it, and also people are there during the day except on Fridays,
Okay,
working. But
Okay.
yes, just call me,
okay,
no problem.
that's all I got.
And the window frame on the front door needs to be fixed.
I thought you was gonna do that.
I did,
I know you did.
because I don't wanna break that glass.
Well, could that be added to our guys when they get caught up and they're
What's
slow?
it'll probably be Friday. I think it's supposed to rain, and they can't do nothing when it's raining.
The front door has little wooden frame around the window, and that has come loose.
I thought you were gonna fix that.
Yeah.
But nobody else will.
Could it not be fixed with like liquid metal or
Those lights,
something?
are they 8 foot or 4 foot?
I'll come with some.
We're
tools
going
and
to
we'll fix it
have
together,
the,
okay?
these little round ones put in.
Jessica.
We had them put in
So
downstairs,
then you can spray
Oh,
those.
okay.
and he didn't have to do no rewiring or nothing. He just took those,
I didn't know if you wanted to just take the
no,
ballasts
we're
out.
putting
the
these
LED.
others in, they're more economically,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Yeah, LEDs.
yeah, they're more so, and so we're going to try eventually, as we have to replace something, we're going to do them, and they're within our price range, so,
All right.
you know.
All right.
Thank you.
Ma'am. All right. Miss Shelley,
Shelley.
she's here to talk about some IT stuff.
Yes, she is.
My name is Shelley Markey, and I'm with Next Step Innovations. We are one of the vetted IT vendors through the Arkansas Municipal League. I met with Mayor Wilson back in January at the Arkansas Municipal League Conference, and we visited for a while. And then I followed up with Ms. Darlene, and then just so recently with Chief Archer. We are proposing to take over your guys' IT. So a little bit about our company. We're a family-owned company, a female family-owned company. We have dual ownership in Arkansas and Mississippi. And we've been doing IT for government entities, local and state government. We have a Department of Defense contract. We work with ACIC and we work with legislative audit. So we're very familiar, we live what you guys need to protect your city on a daily basis. I've got a presentation here, but I know you guys can't see it, probably really well, because I didn't bring a screen. But we work with the University of Arkansas, we work with Nucor, we work with the City of Cherry Valley, we work with Greene County Sheriff's Department. And this is a presentation that I can email over to Darlene that all of you can go back through and look at a lot more closely. So we also are a sponsor and a vetted vendor by the Arkansas Municipal League, the Arkansas Association of Counties, the Arkansas Sheriff's Department, and ACCRTA, which is the Arkansas Association of Clerks, Recorders, and Treasurers. And I probably messed up that acronym. So what sets us apart a little bit different from a lot of IT companies is most of the time a city will pay a fee, and that fee covers monthly monitoring, and then every time you make a call or every time somebody's gotta come out, you guys get another bill. Well, we've created a program that is all-inclusive for municipalities. So you get one bill once a month that covers everything. It doesn't matter if I come on site, it doesn't matter if you call me 400 times, it doesn't matter if chief needs support outside of typical business hours, doesn't matter if chief needs support on a holiday. Everything is all-inclusive. You also get everything from level A technicians that, hey, my email's not sending, all the way up to engineers that chief's computers in his cars may not be communicating with ACIC for some reason, or, you know, state police. So we do everything. You also get me, and you get me, and I act as your IT director for you. So let's say that Darlene is going to look at a new water software, or Chief is gonna look at new law enforcement software, or there's a new accounting software, or upgrades that need to be done. I mean, I act just as an employee of the city. I sit in on those calls. I ask the questions that you guys might not know what to ask from an IT standpoint, and we make sure that everything in a installation like that is handled professionally and without any kind of hiccups. So some of the things we do is we provide your managed security suite. Now these, I'm not saying you guys don't have these things right now, so please don't take it that way. I'm just telling you what we include. So we give you guys a managed security suite, and a lot of IT companies will tell you that they monitor 24/7, 365, and they do through software. What sets us apart is we actually have a security operations center that has a person sitting there 24/7, 365, not the same person, and we monitor these things. So if your city had a brute force attack against it, and that's where a hacker runs a computer program and they just keep trying to like hit your firewall to try to get into something, we would have somebody notice that right then, because it's a person monitoring our software and not a computer just sending out random emails through the night. And we could, with a click of a button, shut all services down to your city remotely and have somebody sitting here waiting for you guys at 8 o'clock when you come in the morning to do whatever remediation needs to be done. We also add cybersecurity into your managed services package. So that means all of the things that are required for the city to maintain cybersecurity insurance, we check all those boxes for you, including being on site for any audits that you have for insurance, IT related, for ACIC, and for legislative audit. I will be here to go through everything with them that's IT related for you. We include dark web monitoring, so we monitor the dark web for the city's domain if any credentials try to get sold, which you guys probably all remember about 2 years ago. There was a horrible, horrible compromise and all the counties got shut down for a few weeks or longer, some of them. We would be monitoring for those credentials on the dark web, and if we saw that, we would be able to shut it down and remediate that. We would remediate, or we would do phishing campaigns, which is the IT training for the city employees. And if you're required to do that, either through your HR documentation or through your cybersecurity insurance, if you don't have someone who wants to train that, I'll work with the mayor and whoever and put that training together and come out and train for you guys. And again, this is all included in what we do for you. We do a technical alignment. You guys go get the oil changed in your car, and you get this like checklist of 3 or 4 columns of everything else they looked at while they were changing your oil. We do the same thing quarterly for your IT. We do 150-point quality inspection on your IT. We do that quarterly, and then I have quarterly alignment meetings either with the mayor, the entire council, whatever you guys decide, however you want to do it. I already kind of talked about the VCIO. I would kind of act as your IT director, helping you guys with budgeting, with audits, with compliances, with anything that you guys needed. And then our service desk, our standard SLAs exceed most. We have a less than an hour response time, and that is if you do not make a phone call. If you pick up the phone and call in, we have people immediately answering your call. Now, outside business hours and holidays, we do run a very much reduced staff, so you may have to leave a voicemail. But again, our response time is less than an hour, and most of our resolution time is under 2 hours for most IT requests that come in from municipalities. So, another thing that's really cool, outside of compliance with CJIS and legislative audit, which we're very familiar with, no on-site charges, proactive and reactive measures, and we would, with our monthly pricing, completely upgrade your guys' infrastructure. So we would take you guys from where you're sitting right now, and we would put you into enterprise-grade equipment. The equipment that we use is from Aruba, which is a Hewlett-Packard company. We would put out outdoor access points that would allow downloading from the police vehicles or any other vehicle that was able to connect back to the network here in the building. We would put in indoor access points that would give you a secure Wi-Fi as well as a guest Wi-Fi. We would put in new switches, and we would put in an enterprise grade firewall. So all that would be included. So those expenses would no longer fall to the city to have to maintain in your budget. We would take care of those as long as you were in service with us. And to give you a ballpark for the sizes I estimate you guys need, that's about $20,000, $25,000 worth of equipment that we would put in the city for no money out of your pocket. It is a twofold. First of all, we know that smaller cities, and I work with a lot of smaller cities, we know that smaller cities don't have $25,000 sitting around in their budget to replace IT equipment every 3 to 5 years. That is the true lifespan of this equipment. So we figured out a way to put that equipment in, to basically include it with your managed service program, and then you guys don't ever have to worry about it. We pay for the licensing on it, we pay for the equipment. And then again, it keeps you guys in compliance, and all of the equipment and all of the software we use exceeds all of the requirements that are out there right now from the powers that be. And you probably have 3 to 4 to 5 upgrades before they even get close to what we're doing for you. So we don't just do the bare minimum, we're exceeding everything that they're requiring us to do for you guys. And then I have the proposal costs. Do you want me to? Sure. Okay, so what our costs would be, so right now, the city has approximately, we think, 9 workstations, we think. You would actually have up to 13 workstations that you would include, so if there's some hiding somewhere that we don't know about, you would still be in this rate. We do a 36-month contract. Being a new vendor to the city, we would allow you to start with a 12-month contract to try us out. Now, we don't hold anybody hostage. If you used us for 6 months and hated us, we would let you out of your contract, nothing owed by you. Now, I will say, this company's been in business for as many years as they have. We've never had a managed service contract canceled outside of if a business closed. So we've got a pretty good track record. So your fees would be $1,500 a month, and that's all in. If you are required to pay taxes, then you pay taxes. But that's our price. And we do everything for you. So, does anybody on the council have any questions?
How long have you been in business?
Next Step has been in business for 18 years. I've been with the company a little over a year, and I'll tell you, the only reason I didn't work for them sooner is because a really good friend of mine was a business partner in the company, and I don't think you should work for friends. So, when he sold out, I came over and kind of took his place as the executive sales rep for government and law enforcement in Arkansas and Mississippi. The company has been doing business with the Arkansas Municipal League for 6 years, and I've been doing it for almost 8.
Okay. I'll try to get you an answer.
Okay, yeah, just let me know. I appreciate y'all's time. It was nice to meet
Yes,
y'all.
ma'am.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okey dokey. Oh, yeah. That's all I had. Anybody else? No? No? Alright, anybody else?
I do.
Yes, ma'am?
Speeders. They're traveling fast. And I'm not talking about cars. I'm talking about big trucks, pickups pulling trailers. They're going a lot faster than they should be on Elm Street.
Okay, can you do extra patrol on Elm? And Jake breaks.
Yes.
Roll that damn window down. Rattling my windows again.
Brother Chad said that a police officer could sit out there across from the church and write tickets all day long. And they hear the Jake break all the time. And when we got out last night, truck came down, not slow. Jake break a going and
Loudly, I did hear that.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
They love that hill coming down by Sitgo. I know, I'm at the bottom of it. Okay?
The problem with noise, loud music constantly playing.
We have found an older ordinance, instead of us having to try to recreate or make something new. We have found something that we just got this evening that we think that'll suit that. And it's fixing to get addressed to them.
If it's a business and you're using it as a business, is that okay? Cause I'm in a business district, if that's what we're referring to.
No, I don't think it's
Okay.
referring to you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
They have a neighbor that's conflicting with them.
Okay.
So because the last time I called in about the noise, dispatch told us that we didn't have an ordinance, so.
We were unaware of the ordinance till I got to looking deeper into it.
Okay.
It'd be way back in the books.
Yeah, no, that's fine, it's just that, now that we know, I mean, can y'all inform dispatch and let them know there is an ordinance?
Well, they're not supposed to tell you we don't have something, they're supposed to get over.
Yeah, they don't really know what we do and don't have,
Yeah.
so, but anyhow, he's been working on it though.
Okay, oh, thank you.
I have a question,
Yes,
and it's directed towards you.
Yes.
So the infrastructure that you have, does it have a keylogger on it? And also, do you archive, since this is gonna be something that y'all manage, are you managing switches and servers or just workstations?
We would manage everything inside the building. The way our IT is set up for municipalities and government is that we cannot remote into anything outside of one person in our organization. And that is because, as an example, chief has police reports potentially pulled up on his computer.
Absolutely.
So they have to provide us access to get in. We will do a full backup for all of the city's resources, and they will be replicated to multiple locations, cloud locations, as well as on-site. But as far as monitoring what is being done inside the city, no, we're not gonna monitor what they're doing
Okay.
unless the city contacts us and asks us to do to help them with an investigation. Can we pull
Yeah,
what a computer
ping
has
something,
done?
right, I get it.
Yes, anybody's computer, even your
Talking about the
computer.
DDoS a while ago, I
Yeah.
understand what that is. So
Yeah,
I get
even,
what you're saying.
yeah, even your computer at home, you can delete something all you want, but my guys can get it back off that computer if they want to. There's a record somewhere of it. So, yes, we have the capability to find anything if we need to. But we will follow the proper procedures for the state and or the city, be it a warrant or whatever we need to do in order to do that.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
That's all I needed to know.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
All in favor? Y'all have a good night.